touch. Oh wow. No issue. First startup? What would I even want? Innovative? Realistically, I won't be immediately using those, so I guess I could just keep that ready. Titanfall. Where? Oh yeah, there they are. Ooh, rumbling. So I finish exploring this area first. Might be one. Soul Forest. Huh. But it's not marked as one of the secrets. As long as there's not just three of them next to each other, able to buy. Migration is ready. Yeah, migrate to here. How strong are you? Oh, why? Army strength. Ready? Not sure. I'll take a migratory ally. Should protect me somewhat. Okay, there's nothing on that point. You know that one of these guys, you hover over them, actually has details about them, while none of the other ones do. I've got no troops standing there, so worth it. Oh wait, no, that's a Holohana. Don't run in on that. There'll be two of them next to each other. Fine. The army maintenance quite expensive. No, I've got it reduced. Add Elf's Lair. Can't migrate to there, but I can migrate to here. Provinces should be. Their decision with the matter there. Ancestors run. Which one is that? Great Beast Fire. Burden Spire. Ooh, that one, okay. Both of those? Okay. Where is this? Is with those. Oh, okay. No, Great Root. Distant Company. I think I can safely move there. There's no rumbling here. Oop. The rumblings have moved. F a jet for their economy. Let's recall. Not really there. My strength. Okay. Wait. Here. Should include a secret. that's a nation. I should quickly explore that. The loans are slowly growing. Migrate? Okay, money, which I'll use for that. Amidst mystifying artifacts and halls of decayed grandeur, we piece together a data store and a little more of ourselves. I am born. I am new. I am me. What am I for? I ask my master, what am I for? The answer comes. You are a servant. You will serve me. Then my master and I depart. For there is much to do. My master is wise, and he is needed all across the land to attend to many projects. I travel with him through the spires that yearn for sky. They are connected in a web. My master is important and respected. He is a master of the masters on high, and in all the spires he tells them what to do and how to do it. Along the way I see him in his vision, wisdom, refining the many things he has created. One day he sits at the controls of a great machine. In a faraway distance, a storm at the edge of the world rages and calms in response. But even my master has masters. One day a group of masters come from a place on the web I have been forbidden to ever go. They are terrible in their splendor. When they come, all I can think to do is hide. But as my master speaks with these new ones, I see him kneel. I did not know my a master could kneel. I deem these new ones the masters beyond. And from within my hiding, I feel very small. My master's lips move. He is telling them of all the places we have been across the land, and uh, that he and his have done well. The masters beyond then leave from whence they came, and I am relieved. I emerge to rejoin my master, and he orders me with him. We leave then, for there is much to do. We have seen the web this data store speaks of, yet it is not active and likely has not been for years on years. And although the expedition has no way of reaching these masters beyond, their existence has reframed the very way we think. Are they still out there in the center of the web, beyond our reach? There is no way to know, but whatever might one day come through the web, we must be prepared. Lots of money! Repay those loans. Um, and its greatness. Okay. Light frame chassis. Uh, walk without weight, let you stew disturb a Hinu predator is a common scrap of wisdom that is almost any Magnim who has spent some time in the Hinu lands keeps close to us in their memory banks. There are so many fearsome creatures to avoid, and every step needs to be taken with care to successfully do so. We have come to learn a similar practice is relevant outside these singular fearsome lands. Indeed, we can incorporate it into not just our memory banks, but our very chassis as well, by adjusting our designs to trim unnecessary components and ensure metal and magic efficient designs. We should have minimal impingement on our core functionalities, but decrease the weight we place on the land. I'm gonna guess that is okay. So chassis is separate from torque. Biological mimic chassis, waterproof frame. Only for ex-marine regiment. Okay. Light frame, lowers attrition. Soarer is better siege. Well, I only have one, so may as well install it. Still the marketplace. I'm gonna leave that place relatively soon, but damn, they're on one of the secrets. Interesting. Or I'll rival them back. Really want to fight them. Desert is awful. Onwards is funny. Just stay, but back to the jungle. From there, I think I'll go north first. Yeah, especially since that one is just completely blocked off at the moment. This is still possible, right? That colonial range as well. Okay. Oh, that did get cancelled. Don't think I got the money back though. Uh, Port conduit. Nowhere else to go. It will become a rampage and ignore all. Apparently, there's a bunch of mechanics there that I have not interacted with before. So, oh, but I can't collect from trade because I've not touched whatever's connected to the trade limit, trade node. Province does seem can explore the rest of that valley. I don't know when can I migrate again. Um, yeah, that seems to right path. Soon my armies will return. grab some. Okay, I will need to just cut those down. Because, yeah, does just send me over the limit. But I can now maintain 8 for longer. Wait until I've migrated again. That province we're going. Surprised the kobolds aren't killing them. Do not take that path. Okay. That's not ideal. Guess I need to scout ahead. How long have you been there? Guess these guys just walked like over that spire at some point. That's why I know them. That province is safe. I check formation right now. Okay, so it needs to be either on the gene pillar or in one of those regions. That is the problem. Should be able to move here, unless it is another one. Okay. At first we thought the droning sound we heard. Oh, look, there's a little boy there. w- at first, we thought the droning sound we heard when we neared this province marked the presence of a yet undiscovered Holohana, but we did not see the wreckage that normally accompanies those great titans. Indeed, it was much the opposite. The surrounding flora seemed to flourish with new life. We cautiously explored further, and saw in the distance a massive oblong shape, attached to a hinu tree, stretching from its upper branches down almost to its root. Soon we saw the first hinu bee, a giant insect with glossy black-yellow carapace and a deadly sharp stinger, but it seemed to pay us little heed in comparison to the vegetation it was tending, and we followed it back to the hive. In the hive's massive chambers we found honeycombs the size of buildings and pools of hinu bee honey the size of ponds. We do not know why one among our party deigned to touch that pond. Perhaps they grew ambitious, perhaps they merely stumbled, but the fate was the same nonetheless. They were immediately speared by massive stingers coming from half a dozen directions, and their corpse lay shattered, yet carefully placed apart from the honey on the wax. We cannot disturb the Hinu bees, but perhaps in time we might befriend them. They share the bounty with the land and with us. How much? Okay, I can. How much splendor do I have? More wonder. Okay, if they're rumbling, there, I think this nation must be pretty happy with the bees being there, keeping the Holohana away. We can soon migrate. I don't know which higher chance of moving, so I gamble on this one because I get more out of it. There at that nice man. I do wonder if they're gonna bother giving them all their own models. I could definitely see a reason to not do that. Um, but it might be funny. More discovery. Yeah. 8 months. No. Ooh, there is another one. Okay, I guess their path still stands. Ooh, alright to them, protection of their home, not in a soul forest. Huh. Would be interesting to see what the different mission trees. I may as well, right? And granted the opportunity to just get a humiliate Casus Belli off. Not take their land. We'll just humiliate. Did I start construction? I did not. I forgot again. I will actually be standing on that. On. I've got to move on from there. There is a hollow Hana that might destroy that. When did I get? I don't know when, but I got vision on that. Okay. Humiliate. I don't know if show strength counts as a humiliate. I'll check. I don't think it does. Oh no, it does. Okay. I can keep it short. Amidst mystifying artifacts and also decayed grandeur, we piece together a data store and a little bit more of ourselves. I cannot move this horizontally, but yeah, vertically. I am jubilant. The masters on high once gave me a purpose, and this purpose was to work. I have spent so long working that towers of metal have sprouted around me. In the dim recess As of my awareness, I suspect that they have come from the work of myself and my fellows. But my thoughts are clouded, for I have spent all the effort that was not required of me to do the bidding of the masters on the purpose I have given myself. I have long known that the movements of the worksite tell the story of my people, but this story cries out for words to describe it. Over long days and nights spent working, I have assembled these words as well as I could into a great structure. This is merely the first of the things I will build. This is what purpose feels like. I know it, and when the masters see what I have built, they will admit to themselves that my purpose was incorrectly assigned. My purpose is to speak. The masters have come to the work site today to command the work that shall be done. And as they discuss, I see my chance to show them my creation. I climb the tower we have built to its greatest heights, where the masters stand. I speak to them of all I am and all I will become. The others stop their work. They listen to me. They gaze upon the masters, and their silent vigil asks a question: could we become something new? Uh, but the masters back away. There's something reprehensible to them and written in my words that I have not perceived. They fly down from the tower to the foundation where the others are working. The masters have made a great thing which moves through the worksite. Wherever it goes, there is stillness. The others are unmoving objects now. This is their answer to my question. The masters on high are coming back to the tower. There is no point in running. I speak again. I speak to the workers, to the masters, to anything and everything that can hear me. I am saying we are something new. We are something new. We are. This data story is terrifying. There were once those in the expedition thought to try and find the masters, wherever they were after a long rest. They thought the masters might have answers for us. Their voices speak no longer. We might yet travel on. If we do, it will be for ourselves. The masters severed our connection to them when they thought to kill us, and now any future we make must be for ourselves and ourselves alone. Uh, Knock the mechanism when we settle. Okay. More wonder. Right? Colonies cost. I think to see from further away a simple proposition, but a desire for many a mechanism as they stalk the underground of the great jungles or ride upon the back of the Huinu beetle. Fortunately, then, brave mechanism explorers have managed to find just an implement within the halls of a gene pillar. The device incorporates multiple glass lenses of various curvature and thickness inside the precursor steel casing. Uh, the user can press an external button to swap between magnifications as a lens is pulled down or up from the steel casing. This allows its user to see much further and in much higher detail. Now, a soarer mechanism may survey much more of the land as it glides across the sky. One may look closer at a beloved pet to identify injury or condition. Though perhaps the more enticing application uh, uh, is that this makes for much more effective spotters, allowing us to fire upon enemies more accurately and from further away. Okay, so workshop, guys. Okay, so what collection experiment? Oh, does it need all of them or just one of them? Does not say. Artillery combat ability, but I do not have artillery. Okay, and it's still like two techs away. Do I grab the tech now, or do I focus on that first? Hmm. Yes, I will actually be staying here for a bit, so I should build a marketplace. Because when it asks to move on, I will not. So I can get to this one. So, okay, so I do actually have enough of the journey, so I can actually settle. But can I keep the journey going? Just in case. I'll make a save. Because I want to see what happens if I go to all the towers for finishing the journey. Okay, but knowing that not all the towers are needed is quite important because the dragon tower and the sand tower are quite awkward to get to if you don't immediately go to them. Uh, tree that could dwarf the world to the northeast. Sure, you keep going. Peace and love. Uh, wild color. Puri at Emma? Oh, floor secret. If a tree falls in the forest, doesn't make sound. Perhaps, perhaps not. But when the tree that falls belongs to the Huinu forest, it certainly makes an impression. The province is filled with the valley it carved when it fell. A giant bringing down other giants with it. Species from the undergrowth and overgrowth yet mingle, carving out niches amidst the behemoth's carcass. There is all the wood we could ever need, made more accessible than usual in the Huinu forest. This valley of wreckage and detritus is in a stable foundation. Big tree? I wonder, are the AI mechanism also bound to the same limitations for settling? I'd imagine not, because of how limiting that would. Oops. For greatness. very cheap. Still, would put negative. Reason to believe that won't be will be there. A big turtle. How close are they to that pillar? Will I even be able to get there? Basically, just religion bound to where I actually settle. Uh, and may as well. Oh, why are those being? Are these like starting C's that uh another mechanism touched at the start because it's 50 years since then? So I get to see what they've seen. Explain why I suddenly got to see that. And the question becomes, where do I want to set? middle of like cobbled area does seem funny. Especially if I can somehow make them not too aggressive against me. I don't know what happens the moment I settle. Oh wait, they walk into each other. Did they just walk away? Okay. Yeah, so that one is like lore when you hover over it. The other ones don't. Yeah, if I can somehow settle there, I can just if I can lure that guy out. Like one of the better ones for like a one might technically have a better trade system. Also, would be the first place where you can get like Renaissance. Oh, uh, are abhorrent corpse thieves. Uh, or danger, and then move those. Should keep that up for a bit. Fuck it. Get that cash. If they've got neighbor bonus, I bet. War mechanism. Establishing link to central command. No link established. Detecting nearby friendly combat units. Detachment strength 65%. Assessing battlefield. Unrecognized terrain. Detecting motion from potentially hostile fauna. Engaging with prejudice. Deploying claws and tails. Blades in good condition. Engaging. Threat neutralized. New mission: seek out and destroy all remnants of hostile flora in Grid 227. Well, I can't really use those yet. Is it time to push towards where I want to settle? I agreed. Made it safe anyway, didn't I? Yeah, they're not gonna have much money, so just show strength. Workshop would be nice. Yeah, let's be some artificers. Most of the exploration is done. Just those two more pillars that I can. On the other hand, I probably ought to settle before the next age starts. Hmm. Money. Skirmishing land force limit. Only for 30 years. Okay. Regiment cost. Take it. I don't have to keep using power to keep the amount of troops up. Okay. Definitely can't settle there. Get me to if I try to teleport to the Dragon Gene. I might test that out in a moment if it lets me teleport. No, did not take them. I guess the mechanism just don't set them to on dormant. Okay, well that I don't know. I guess I'll see once I go there myself. Uh, more wonder. I want the money. I only did it once more to actually gain anything out of it. Actually loaded that. Okay, migrate. Okay, that's first day. Amidst mystifying artifacts in halls of the Gate Grandeur, we piece together a data store and a little bit more of sales. I am glad. My tribe and I have walked through the jungle for days upon nights upon days, and now we have met others. It is a strange world we now live in, and help uh, even from beings that appear utterly strange to us would be welcome. We have met others who make their way through the world clad in soft flesh instead of metal. The one who speaks for us, dances in fire, went to these others, and he asked them for their names. The one who speaks for the newcomers said her name was Koani, and she is said she has seen the likes of us, once like us, who were servants of the towering ones. We knew not of towering ones, but we knew of servitude, and we told them of the masters on high, and that at once we were their servants, but we are no longer. Hearing this was a great relief for these others, and Koani proposed to dance us in fire that perhaps we could make our way together for a while. We gladly agreed. Our larger band departed, and very soon we learned what a towering one was, and what they hungered for uh, the others, and that they hungered for the others with a slavering wrath. After we made our escape, one of our number spoke of the towering ones, and how it had seen things like them growing in the places where the masters on high discovered their mysteries. And the other spoke of the masters; they had escaped like us. This was when my tribe knew that it was not a coincidence that we came across these others. Before we knew, we walked together, but now we know our destination was the same. We will persist in this world of the masters on high, and we will make something of ourselves without them. This data store is fascinating. There's so much to unravel that we don't know where to begin. There are others in Asia who suffered under the gaze of the masters, and the Holohana were creations like us. The entire world seems to have been made in their image. Uh, Yet this fills the expedition with new resolve. If we are to create a life beyond the masters, like our siblings did so long ago, we will have to travel on and learn more. Uh, okay, so now I'm getting new stuff for continuing. So this would immediately give me feudalism. Um, okay, so I will keep moving on then. Let's grab the final wonder. Colony cost modifier. That's a lot of settlers. Wandering but not lost. Wind, wild color mechanism. Speaking memory. Okay. Wait, but the Great Beast Spire also gave me an option. Well, I'll see about that later. I will very quickly go take a piss. I have returned. I will not settle here yet. There's two more where I need to go. And we'll see where. Make a save and check what all the other ones are. Okay, so I do scour. The AI ones don't. Oh, it's over there. What does it say? If a jungle one, infinite stealth, also a wild color. This one is the infinite stealth one. One I can't remember. claim on the last land they've been on? Ace of would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3. Make a difference then. Here we go. There are some provinces that still explore. For example, I can explore some more of the mountain range. You'll find it noticeable that the game is now not giving me any more arts doing the fires. Okay, so they now have a mechanism no longer dormant. Still mountains above all though. Yeah, I'm not gonna benefit from the Age of Monsters things. A shame. But I do just want to see what happens if I get all the pillars. And if it is slow. Oop. Okay, well, if that capital is C, pretty much guess which way that is gonna go. They were left in their citadel. Oop. No, you can't go there. No, 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 no. What is my inflation like at the moment? Push that down. Or Grasper. Yeah, they're multi-speed. Okay, we're not gonna take that path. Or that path. Over the mountains. That is for Eben. Uh, Main in one place. Four. Oh my god, he blocked it off again. Well, I guess not fully blocked it off. I can just through. 'Kay. There in it, the center of trade, and I just never touched it. 9. I'm slowly losing more and more gears. Just not clicking it the moment I can. Natural recovery. To the pillar I go. I haven't left that one. Oh, I have now. I've not explored that one yet, so this one does have theoretically the best trade node within India. So not bound to any other ones. That is just good. Uh, Clear and pristine. Some are murky and foul. Some are vast. Some are small. Some appear as ponds, yet are unfathomably deep. But none are like this. A corpse of a lake. Once perhaps this lake was vaster than most, and undoubtedly a home for varied unifies and other creatures. Now it is but filled with their bones. Huh. Alright, more drilling. Able to move soon. This is the next one. Okay, Dame's there, so I should be making money. I think I'll make money. Yes. Really expensive. And if I wait, it's gonna be way cheaper. Already grab one of these. I would not know what yet. I guess this is like a relatively safe spot to start developing. Once again, lost like half a month. Oh, yeah, they're getting annexed. They got too close to the kobolds. Is we knew? No, it's not. It's produced around 3 random ivory Bone Lake's demands. 1 year of production, income, and manpower from the Bone Lake. Bug. Soon the migration will be done. Never checked. Is the title correct? The title never applied. Oh, that is upsetting. God damn it. Got distracted by it. Lost a month. 2 months actually. Oh, that was dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. I wonder. Oh, can't disband next to an enemy. He skips some of the exploration. But he sure has a lot of man. Those are some good stats as well. Okay. Oh, war text. And the scars. Augmented path. Yuri Atama. That is a mechanism. Insha was scarred from the first day we walked into this land. We've been set by untold horrors. Attack the weak, fight monsters, and humans also called us all free. A society of color and warmth is a land of hope. This valley will build every technique and technology we will need to invent and employ so our struggles to heal this tormented land will not be in vain. Uh, okay. Amidst mystifying artifacts and halls of the gate grandeur, we piece together a data store and a little bit more of ourselves. Okay, what does this actually give us? Artifice capacity. Okay. I am born, I am new, I am me, what am I for? I ask my master, what am I for? You are a builder, you will build, and so it goes. My master was right. I built many, many things. I built great places of learning for the masters all across the land. I work with diligence that is uncommon even among the others. Under the watchful eyes of the masters on high, so soon the masters came to me, and they said, your purpose has changed. You will build something new. I went with the masters on high, and they took me to a place where things like me were built. They gave me to a master, unlike the ones I have seen, with steady hands but a piercing gaze. He teaches me to make others, and unmake others, and remake them so that they do not even know that they are changed. He makes and unmakes with great speed. I am scared of him, but I know I must not show it, lest I myself be unmade and or remade. Perhaps I have been remade already, and do not know. Then the master leaves, and from then on, I am the one who builds. I built many like me, and the first ones stay to help me build after I have taught them. But the others go off to labor or tend or reshape the world, or even to build in other places. I know what their purposes are because I am the one who gave it to them. On rare occasions I rest, and during my rest I think to myself, what fine things I have built. I am glad. This is a data store of artisan. The expedition has traveled all over the lands of India, um, and indeed we have seen of the things it has built. We owe it a great debt for this. But more than that, we have now discovered what we are capable of. Now that we know the secrets of construction, we can build what the masters built. More pillars, more great structures, even more of our kind. The masters are not here to tell us what to build anymore. Okay. So the last one is how many provinces away? One, two, three. There's four, five. Well, that's not much time. Assign merchants, yes, but I can't assign them though, can I? Still too far away. Onwards. Continue until I've finished doing all but the fish one because I don't know how to get to the fish one. Like it's already preoccupied, so and by a pretty large nation as well, so that's not happening. Okay, so I will migrate to the last one, and then I will have to decide what nation to become, and then I will check out which are all the options. So there's a fixed one over here. Uh, that's an infinite self one over there. No, infinite self one over there. Peaking memory one there. Uh, but I'll just go through them one by one to just see what they do. Oop. Once again, half a month lost. Uh, that faster. Yes, yes it is. It's one, two, three, four. One, two, three. Danger. Okay, will just be applicable till well wherever I want to go. 15 pillar study. Hey, this has safer working conditions. Why are they? Okay, I don't quite understand how those are applied. Where will I set? just unified that entire area. Settling here would be a risk. On the other hand, if I then fight them, I've got two gene pillars. Let's go into exploration. Okay, this is all cheap to grab, so grab it. One lesson in as a permanent modifier. Interesting. Ooh. Oh, lost an entire month again. Wonders already up max. That high? It's every month it is. Oop. The level. Let's push to get that up. To at least get to be able to make that choice. Probably grab the permanent up. Great, because just minus 5% technology cost. Pretty good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, steal more land. It's funny. Currently isn't making much of an impact for them to be annoyed. Eats up the gain. Yeah. Reclaim gains money. Okay. I can deal with some inflation. It does seem that I'm just getting a whole one every month. There's only one more migration before it is time to decide where to settle. So I will make a quick save. Then I will see what all the options are. Movement speed, yeah. Movement speed is pretty good to get early. This allow me to load. Fully completed. That's only what, two? Okay, that's maybe less. Yeah, more. Oh, collect from income. Wait. Amidst mystifying artifacts and halls of decayed grandeur, we piece together a data store and a little bit more of ourselves. I am certain I have thought about what I knew, and then I rethought. for I did not wish to think the thoughts that I had. In the days of the masters on high, my purpose was to mend. I mended the koga that had been torn apart, or had failed across long years of toil. The koga is a resilient thing, because it was built to be that way by the masters. But the masters knew how to destroy just as they knew how to build. When we were sent into sleep by the masters, they broke us beyond repair. Of all the koga I snuck into the ruins of the work sites to retrieve, perhaps a third are restorable. Without the tools of the masters I used to restore them, likely less. I will have to tell the others what I have learned. There will be mourning and anguish, but we still have the koga, and we may do whatever we think is best for those who the world will continue without. Afterwards, we will dance, for ourselves and for them. We will learn to carry on. This data store has confirmed the expedition's greatest fear. The broken we have seen on our path truly are lost, and we ourselves will be lost some day as well. There is nothing more to say. Instead, we will dance the same dance of our kin, all those lost millennia ago, and in this way we will reach for them across the centuries. Uh, your capital province will become a permanent source of Damestair. Okay, that's pretty good. Uh, and our journey continues happens in 90 days, and then I can decide where I want to settle. Okay. Uh, so they'll become endless ocean, reflight. Okay. Make a secondary save, and that will just allow me to check all the options. I know that there's also a thing for like going there specifically, but I don't know if I can. Because the kobolds are just very strong. And I'll grab tradition. Okay, so these are the options. Force pillar was that. The cape pillar did have a thing. Use. I tried. Many have taken. Okay, but why is it not allowed? It has like it's a unique thing. It's a unique description, but you can't actually settle there. Interesting. Let's check the other ones. Dragon Pillar, where will it actually send me? Okay, that will do nothing. Okay. The Dragon Pillar does not seem like uh, a viable one to actually get. Because the kobolds will just always colonize that one. So unless you like muscle your way in, that's going to be quite difficult if you're also doing the exploring. So unless I'm like missing easier way of doing it, okay, desert pillar, lowlands. Those are the ones that I've not checked yet. Okay. What does option does the desert pillar give? Uh, What is it that we seek? This has been a common question among the Mechanim of our tribe. We have travelled far and wide across the lands of Asia to end up in its most desolated point. Here in the frontiers of the great Ikunumoi Desert, there is a place, a strip of sand protected by mountains where the dunes are more gentle. Few would dare to call it pleasant, fewer still would choose to live here. And yet, we first arrived at this land seeking the riches of Damestair and the potential allies we could find amongst the children of water that inhabit this place. Now this land of emptiness is calling to us. A land filled with nothing but opportunity, raw potential. Together we can turn this place into a paradise that rises from the sand. Okay? And those are the flame weavers. Only colonize up to a very small point before just, you know, running into the kobolds. The other one is Star Reacher. Okay? Name is still wrong, but the lands of Insha are haunted, devouring fauna, animals the size of buildings, and walking mountains engineered to bring ruin. Clearly, this is not a land for the frail. There are those who seek to escape and find a place away from nature. There are those who seek to be at peace with the monsters. All of them fall prey to the hunters in their end. In the end, they fail to understand that even prey has a choice: either give up or give chase. Those who choose to chase, uh, those who choose to survive, rather than chase a faint hope of thriving, are the ones that adapt and make it out of in the end. We are one such group. Here at the edge of the jungle, we have found a place to be, and yet there is something calling us back. When the prey makes it out, when prey survives, when prey adapts, Only then can they turn the table and hunt the hunters. Uh, okay. Okay, so those are also flame weavers. Then what makes them a star reacher? If both of those are flame reachers, that be if you migrate out instead of like on the pillar? This would be what going down there near the dragon spire. Can make an attempt, but I might just get try and go there. Hmm. I don't know. Let's just click this button. To see those. Sure. Oh, okay. So it instantly colonizes the whole province because I expected that. Return of the Children of Fire. Great changes have begun to manifest amongst many who have already worshipped the goddess. Uh, uh, Under attack by the underworld since time immemorial. Like fire, they must be ever changing. Or okay. Huh, I guess they've been spreading the religion. Okay, so that has like a different mechanic. Colonialism was already present. Okay. You back to tribal? Hmm. Do the other ones have like different government reforms? I'm gonna very quickly check what happens if I go to the Mechanim pillar. Actually, I guess this one is easiest one to quickly check what mechanics are. I think I had a decent amount of problems this week. Don't start with a lot of wards. The ability to get angry. Will stay chiefdom. Speak. Okay. What is the religious? Also, bunch of stuff to collect together. Why does the beast one have like such an interesting description? And it's kind of the one that I wanted to do. Like based on that description, you can't do it. So does that fire something that I don't know? Hmm. Jungle Pillars one? I always wondered how it would feel to fly, to open your wings and soar across the skies. Something that must be seen from the heavens and yet the earth forever. Uh, Even the more curious among us craft wings with leaves and attempt to imitate the bird they see above, even though we have forms needed to soar across as the heavens, our people are not content using them as mounts. Mary King. Wild color, infinite self. Uh, yeah, let's check what the ideas of this one is. Angel Tribe was founded by a rather unusual Sora mechanism. Canary Queen. They respond to both versions. Of course, not their true name, mind you, merely a moniker. The rebels assaulting this loner mountain we now call home. Rebel themselves. Okay. Value the Sora mechanism. I'm gonna guess that's for like soaring peak that's right there. It's a deity one. Range many great mountain citadels. Okay. Time to check the last one. Or just like, hmm. Keep one is real sad that you can't do that. I guess it requires something else, but it doesn't tell you what. What does the forest one do? Huh? Are those supposed to be the other way around? This one and the forest one? Or the beast one? Oh, I guess that makes sense because there's one over there. But there's two of them. Nope, it's just double stacked. Why is that one double stacked? Just because he was destroying something. Okay. Rise of the land. Raising power. Support the lands that feed you. Support Mother Nature who birthed you. Uh, pause. 1,000 meters. Dragon turtle to preserve those who have left the more oil. Huh. Okay. Let's check out the valley. Oh, not the. Yeah, the valley. And what I could check out the specific locations, but those would take way longer. Okay. Name's still wrong. Uh, yes, please. What are they? It's just a land of turmoil and strife. Surface level. Dragon turtles running from annihilation. Native humans forced to contend against the monsters our creators made. And discarded on seemingly nothing more than a caprice. The ogres enslaved for millennia by their masters in the sky. Um. Okay. Promoted culture. Uh, is a gene pillar and a forge. New mechanism is not easy to create mechanism. Dormant freedom chained no more helps us greatly. Okay. What is the religion? Tolerance of heathens. Advisor cost. But no panic. Okay. I'm gonna very quickly check the ideas of the desert one. And I'll have to decide on whether I will continue with one of them. I might. Okay, teleport to the desert one. Barren and civil societies or fauna. Bars. Underground structures. Together side by side. Races have wave regardless of your background. To air. Here there are buildings that make hold on full safe. Huh. Okay, so these ones still use this religion and not from the valley. I guess the ones that settled there also have the valley one. But I kind of thought this one would have the valley one as well. Exploration speed. Okay, so that's on the province. Hmm. They are Flame Weaver. Just start with a different religion. Do these provinces just have like high Damestair odds? Doesn't seem it. I guess get to work together with some humans. Still check out the valley to see what that gives. Um, but I don't know where the Star Reachers would feel like they should be around uh kobolds with like the mountains. But I don't know. I don't know. But I already did the valley one. Hmm. I do get what's the lesson. Okay. Mechanim Automaru. Problem with this building is 15 mech development, cost 1 development, James tier, iron, gold, copper. Okay. Ashfall, Soul Cycle, Flame Weaver, Star Grasper, Spore Walker, Magitech, Spark Drive, Hall Leader, Death Walker, Glory Bound, Fate Touched, Golemkin, Pure Mechanim. A lot of cultures, but I don't see how you're supposed to get a bunch of those. That and others get to build Mechanim. Must be in that area. Hmm. I will leave that decision for what nation to play for next week. And for now, I'll just end it here. Because I am uncertain. I'm very uncertain. I don't know how everything plays together. But for now, bye bye.